Rising prices continue to dent American pocketbooks. The latest numbers show the fifth straight month of double-digit inflation. Those are the highest numbers in decades. The cost of living rose more than economists had predicted, and Republicans are blaming the Biden administration's policies. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales has that story.
High inflation continues to prevent most Americans from making progress financially. Republicans say the economy was just starting to show improvements when President Biden and the Democrats took office and control.
They took an economy that was ready to soar, turned it around, and drove it into the ground.
The number is $5,200. That's how much Americans are going to have to pay extra this year just to keep up with the cost of the things that they bought last year.
Republicans say President Biden's economic and environmental policies are directly tied to inflation. They say his war on U.S. energy and stopping the flow of fuel in the Keystone Pipeline are adding to the self-imposed hardships. They add it's having a direct effect on supply and demand for products from lumber to even baby formula.
President Biden and the FDA must do more. This is a matter of life or death. What will it take for the Biden administration to reverse its inflation, supply chain, and energy crises that are making the shortage worse?
Republican Senator Rick Scott tells me he has this message for the president.
Resign. I mean, give it to somebody else. Let somebody else try. That's what we did in business. If you couldn't do the job, we'd say, it doesn't mean we don't like you. It means you can't do the job. We got to get somebody else to do the job. We've got to get inflation under control.
Republican Senator Dan Sullivan says cutting red tape and expediting natural gas and oil pipeline permits can turn things around.
Whatever you want to get done in this country, whether it's more renewables, more natural gas, more oil, more roads, more bridges, more ports, if you don't reform the broken NEPA system, you're not going to get anywhere.
Democrats say they do plan to roll out a bill targeting oil and gas companies.
Oil and gas companies are recording record profits, with 7 largest oil companies announcing buybacks that could total $41 billion this year alone.
Senator Kennedy tells me drastic steps need to happen, like a total freeze on spending except for defense. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.